Hey, call all Yabashim Yahushai, Waha, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to my apostles, the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations and shalom to you, Akim, out there pushing the truth in the four corners of the earth. And it's your brother Shaman. Back at you again, man. I just want to bring some scriptures out, and because we're at the end of times. You got all kind of things set up to distract you and attack you, attack your spirit, attack your mind. In these days and times, you have to take the low because you have so many demons and possessed people out here, and just lost people going in the wrong direction. And if you're just new or you're just discovering the faith, the so-called blacks, Native American, and Latino people are biblically the Israelites. Through many journeys, many trips, and through prophecy, ultimately, we got here to America, and now here we are in our captivity under the Most High, who, the God of the Bible, we say the Most High because that's one of His names, that's one of His titles. Excuse me. Is using the so-called white man, who's biblically goes back to the line of Esau, as a whooping stick to punish us for going off against His law, statutes, and commandments that are listed in the scriptures. There are hundreds of law, statutes, and commandments. But real quick on this particular subject, me and the brother Yakazal were speaking over certain things, and this kind of came up. So through the Spirit, I decided to do a video on it, Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Your eyes are going to see your teachers. And that's what's going on now in the final times, the final days. Your eyes are looking upon who your teachers are. The men who were set up to push in this truth and sincerity. And you have many false teachers out there. You have the Catholic Church. You have the Protestant Church. You have all these different black consciousness guys who've risen up. It's 100 of them. I'm not going to name drop them. But then you have the prophets, the Hebrew Israelites, the men who every week, because that's what we're commanded to do, we go out and we teach and we preach out of the Bible according to the Spirit of the Lord. And Jeremiah 3 and 15, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And that's correct. That's what we're trying to do, man. Just like me and the brother Yakazal were talking about, the subject came up, mushrooms. You got all kind of mushrooms, right, here in Missouri. So I looked it up. Look at this. This is the one we were speaking. The bearded tooth, aka lion's mane. That's like the top, one of the top mushrooms. So you gotta look at this. All these, and all these different mushrooms. They can, a lot of them treat different sicknesses, as well as these different plants and these different roots. It's roots on here too. Of course, you got black walnut. That's always good. You got a lot of stuff. You got a black walnut. I know exactly where a couple trees for that are. But yeah, you got a whole bunch of different kind of stuff, and all of this stuff is set up by the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, way back at the beginning, man. All of this stuff was set up. The scripture talking about the plants for your meat, and through the course of time and slavery and lack of knowledge, we've gone away from all of this stuff that's planted right in front of our faces, just like the truth. Every week we go out and right in front of people's faces, if they would just ask a question, if they would just engage, and if they would just take a couple of seconds to kind of look and listen, they would have the answers that they're seeking for. They would have, the reason you um, go through on a day-to-day basis, and of course, I've been in the world just like every other man. You don't know which way is up sometimes. You don't know what you're doing. You think you know. That's the worst kind of lost person. Somebody who's lost, but they don't know that they're lost. That's the worst kind. And so yeah, man, it's just a thing of continuing to push and continuing to push, because the time is coming where the doors of mercy are going to be shut. We're not going to be out there forever. The Lord's not going to have us out there forever. It talks about it. At a certain time, there will be no work for us. The labor is going to be gone, done. And so, man, hey, if you're watching this and you're new to the faith, seal your faith. Lock yourself into the Spirit, and whatever happens, you stay with the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You stay in the Scriptures, and you stay with it. Even if you go off or you make a mistake, you still have to repent, and you have to come back to it. You can't just give up on. This is not a club or a gang or anything like that. This is a spiritual belief based upon the Holy Bible, and it's nothing like, it's not like anything you've ever dealt with before, in your life. You've never dealt with something like this before. It's not a gang or organization or anything like that. This is a way of life. This is a way of being. We preach, we really believe the stuff we're talking about. We're not just out there just saying it just to be saying it. And also, we're not speaking out of our own heart. That's another thing too. Everything that we're saying, it can be validated and double checked through the Scriptures if you have the ability to do so. And not a lot of men who wield the Bible, they can't say that. They can't say that when it comes to contending for the faith, that they know and they understand the whole Scriptures, and they can put it together, because it's a gift. You can't force it. It's a gift, and that's why we say, the men who have the truth are the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down to us, the teachers. But going back to this particular mushroom, because this is like the top mushroom to have, man. This is the shit. Check it out. Bearded tooth, aka lion's mane. That's what it's known as. Look at this. It's all over statewide in Missouri. It's everywhere. And just a disclaimer, if you're going to eat this, make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you identify it correctly. But health benefits of lion's mane: improves brain function, nerve regeneration, helps in Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, depression, anxiety, boosts the immune system, prevents scarring, anti-cancer, protects against bacteria, inhibits HIV activity, decreases inflammation, antioxidant qualities, may lower high blood glucose, may help with diabetic neuropathy, improves circulations, protects the gut, protects the liver, good for the skin. Just look at this. All of this stuff is right here at your fingertips. And I just got hip to it. I'm gonna have to go out on the path, on one of these paths, and try to find some. And it's doing all of this stuff that, of course we know about, the Gadites knew about. But then you have, people insured. The insurance. You have hundreds of thousands of people with no insurance because it's too high. You know, you got all these, yeah, you got all these, rates of inflation going up for Medicare, for different drugs. And here it is, we're so silly. The stuff is right here. You don't need to order, all this expensive shit. You could go walking just a couple miles away and the stuff is right there. But you just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? You're not hip to it. So it doesn't register. And that's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to make a comparison between that and the truth. The truth on the Bible. We say the truth is the truth on the Bible. Everything is right at your fingertips. The prophets, the men of the Lord are right at your fingertips. Not for you to abuse, but for you to learn from and for you to come back to the correct understanding of who you are and what your purpose is. But that's all I had. I just wanted to edify on that. Interesting information. Shalom to you, Akim. I don't want to rock the Zod. I'll be next time. Shalom.